Okay, so this would be a feedback slash critique for TheGreatWhiteSped, I believe. Let me just see if I have this right. Yes, TheGreatWhiteSped. And I don't think I've given you feedback before. I don't know if you've watched anything. So my name is something else, but my name on Discord is like Shazam or Captain Marvel or some variation of that. And you might see me here and there, right? I am someone who likes Tekken. I like Feng. He's really fun, but I'm by no means a professional, right? All I'm saying is this, right? Based on my experiences playing Tekken, playing Feng, and just watching Feng, blah, 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 I think here are areas you could be improving on, right? And it's really just more about, hey man, I'm seeing what you're doing. Here are areas that I think could help your gameplay a little bit more, and tightening it up here and there will lead to better success down the line, right? But it is by no means gospel, right? What I'm saying is take what I say take what I say with a grain of salt, but at the end of the day, take it into consideration. All I'm really here for is providing some food for thought, and if it helps, I'm happy. Okay. With that being said, let's get into it. I'm not going to do all the matches. I watched the other two. I'll focus on the loss because losses are where we can improve on, right? If we see you win and steamroll the opponent, there's not much there. I mean, there's some things I had to say about like the wins, but it is what it is. I feel like a lot of the same stuff, the same themes are going to be covered here as well. And yeah. Okay. Now this guy just does not block low. Okay, so right here, this kind of happens a lot where there's a lot of situations where it just seems like you do not... What the... Oh, and the person's name is troll too. Where you just don't seem to tighten up on the punishes, and you need to tighten up on your punishes, right? This Lidia is whatever. This Lidia is whatever. A lot of Lidias, when they start throwing stuff at you, they're going to have a lot of like very fast recovery moves and strings and stuff like that, where if you don't have your punishes tightened up, you're going to be in for a world of hurt because you're just losing damage after damage after damage. And Lidia out damages Feng straight up, right? If she gets a good launch opportunity, we're looking at minimum like 70, right? Assuming the Lidia's like, oh, god damn it, whatever, I'm not editing it, I don't care, right? Assuming the Lidia's got their shit together, right? You're looking at very high damaging combos, amazing punishment kit, right? A complete punishment at every frame you would want it at, both with the opportunity for frames or knockdown, whatever the fuck you want, right? And so you need to be able to capitalize on every opportunity given to you. So when the Lidia does just punishable shit like throwing out random forward threes, right? This should have been shoulder, right? Shoulder gets wall splat. I think right here the wall splat would not have been clean, but she would have been on the ground. You could apply Oki and move on, right? Just doing a jab is nothing, right? So you need to be tightening up your punishes here. And I'm not going to harp on this too much any more than I already have, because there's not really much else to say, right? Look up the punish, make sure your punishment is consistent for it, and start tightening up those punishes. Right. Right here, when you have a good read on a duck, I think you just hop kick. But maybe you're just too slow. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so like right here, why are you bother trying to like play safe or smart, right? At the start of this round, you did like 4 lows in a row, and the Lidia just never blocked any of them, right? And I don't know if it's because this player's on tilt or something, but you're trying to like create these frame traps, create these whiff opportunities and stuff like that, when it's just like this Lidia just keeps stand blocking, and they're not blocking low ever, right? So just keep going low, keep going low, right? Do down back 3, do down back 3 into full crouch, down forward 1, down back 3 into wall standing 1, down back 3 into wall standing 4, etc, 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 right? If the opponent is showing a refusal to duck, either throw them or keep doing your lows, right? they haven't pressed a button in the last like 10 seconds, right? After your jabs and stuff like that. Why the back one, right? They're not really challenging you here, right? Just focus more on the lows, right? If they're playing very passive, and you just need to start chunking in with down 2, down back 3, etc., etc., etc. Or and like, look at this damage, right? Just look at this damage. Unfortunate for the Lidia, like unfortunate drop, right? But just look at that damage because of 1 while standing 2, and that Lidia can consistently put that out, right? So you can't don't bother trying to frame trap this person who's clearly refusing to just block low. And if at that point that you just, it seems like they're just not blocking low at all, just go ham, right? Do down back 2-2, right? Get the easy launch, and just start wailing on them until they start recognizing that, oh yeah, there's lows in this game and I need to block low. Unfortunate.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, nice. 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 Unfortunate. Right, but you see what we're talking about here, right? You're just throwing out every button, and the Lidia is just eating all of them, right? And look at this like life lead that you have going, and the Lidia is just not really going to be able to. And she's this is more matchup specific stuff. She's doing like specific parries and stuff you got to watch out for, and they're safe on block. They're all sabakis and shit, but they're very niche to some degree, right? Like one of the sabakis only works on, oh, did I lower the speed? Oh, that's the volume. One of the sabakis only works on kicks, one of the sabakis only works on punches, etc., etc., etc. So you gotta be careful, but for the most part, you know, you got this in the bag. There's not really much to say here. She's gonna, oh, that's, I don't want to go too much into mashup mode. Lidia only has 1 command throw. That's a 1+2 break, and every online Lidia fucking loves using this throw at the wall. So if your back is against the wall and they throw you, just spam 1+2. That's all you gotta do. They didn't capitalize on it. That's punishable, right? And so again, we're running to the situation of like, okay, they're clearly not, you know, challenging you, right? Start doing down back 3, start doing down 2, right? Start chunking in with your chip damage, or start throwing them, right? I didn't even know Backline could get Sabaki like that. That's so funny. I mean, rip, that sucks, but like, yeah, I don't know, it is what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, no way. A tragedy. A tragedy. Alright, where the fuck did it go wrong? We're past that. So, like, look at this. Why are you... Okay, after, like, the 4th down forward 1, they're clearly not gonna block low, right? They're not gonna block low. They're not gonna challenge you. They just don't know what to do, right? They're just waiting when it's like, all right, I think it'll slow down here, and I'm gonna just throw out my move, right? And at that point, you need to start varying up your offense. Your offense is way too flowcharty, right? Like, you need to start doing down 2, you need to start doing down back 3, you need to start throwing them or something. Or if they're just gonna keep stand blocking, switch it up and go into sidestep 2 and start doing back turn mix-ups, right? You're playing like the turtle cracker here, right? Feng has a wide variety of tools. If someone's turtling up, you'll find a way to break through them eventually. But if you keep doing jab, back 1, jab, down forward 1, jab, jab, down forward 1, that's not going to do anything, right? You need to start using a lot more of Feng's other tools here. Is that where it all went wrong? Oh my god. Nice. Alright. That sucks. Good comeback on the Lidia. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I don't think you were doing it on purpose, but it just seems like you're playing with your food, or you're just not sure what's going on here, right? Like you're expecting more, but you're gonna face these passive people, right? And you need to just start changing up your offense, right?
Round 3.
That's the ebb and flow of Tekken, right? If the opponent is just blocking everything in one method of attack, you switch to your 9 million other ways to attack them and you move on. They've been stand blocking the entire time. They don't and like this should have been the tell, right? Like you do 3-3 and they don't immediately duck, right? They don't immediately duck, and for some reason you do a shoulder, right? What's going on there? And if anything, just let it rip. Do 3-3-4. Who cares? This opponent has been doing nothing but stand blocking in this entire time, right? And it's clearly just kind of like they don't know defense. That's all I can really glean from this, is that they don't know defense. But they don't have to know defense because you're not varying up your offense as much as you should be. Like, look at this, right? They're clearly just kind of waiting for you to approach, but for some reason you're backing off for no real discernible reason, because you're afraid of like Sabakis and stuff. Her reversals are annoying, but they're not Leroy, they're not Jin, they're not Geese, right? They're not this like super wide coverage moves, right? Or at least in Geese's case, she's not gonna suddenly launch you for shit, right? Start doing core circle forward 1, start doing core circle forward 1+2, because she has Sabakis, but they don't work on headbutts, right? So just start doing all of that. And it's really, this hesitation is really coming from your own lack of not varying up your offense, and that's the crux of the issue here. Nice. See, exactly. Start sidestepping. They're just gonna stand block, and yeah, she started pressing jabs, but who cares, because you sidestepped it. And even if she didn't, she wouldn't have been moving around, so sidestep 4 would have been fine. Unfortunate. Oh, what does that punish? This is something that this doesn't need to be matchup knowledge, right? Clearly what happened there was a stagger block, and anytime you get those stagger blocks, right, you need to hop kick, or you need to do delayed hop kick for the really good damage, right? Stagger blocks are universal. They're not a matchup specific thing, right? So just gotta be ready for those. I can understand it to some degree, right? Okay, so the baseline knowledge is anytime you get a stagger block, you should be ready. Like your muscle memory should be kicked in and been like, that's a stagger block, delayed hop kick, right? The matchup specific knowledge is that string is very cheesy and it leads to like a low knockdown or whatever, but if you block it, it's a stagger block. So I can understand not being ready for it, but be on the lookout for those types of situations. Like right here, when it's like this weird long range stuff and then they whiff something, just do down forward 4, right? Like they just whiffed a button. Why are you trying to whiff punish with back 1, right? So this should have been down forward 4-3. Even if you didn't get the whiff punish, they're just ducking instantly, so they would have died right then and there. That move is, I want to say, yeah, down forward 1-3 is -13. Oh, this character's annoying. Yeah, -13. It should have been shoulder, but again, it's fine.
Round 4. Fight.
Wow, they suddenly woke up and they're a lot more aggressive. That's interesting. Good duck here, but unfortunate, like not capitalizing as much on the punish. What was that combo? I gotta watch that again. Every time I see the clean hit not work, I'm just like, amazing. Like, why wouldn't that work? You're telling me the clean hit didn't? I don't know. That should have been shoulder. Nice, good Oki, good capitalization.
Final round. Fight.
Ah, unfortunate. Good read. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's do the usual breakdown. Neutral, punishment slash matchup knowledge, combo slash Oki, personal opinion stuff. Right. Neutral. Your offense is too flowcharty, right? You have a wide variety of ways to attack the opponent. And I'm not saying every single method of Feng's offense needs to be utilized here, right? Like, you don't need to start using shifting clouds or some shit. But back turn is a deadly mix-up stance, right? You have all your core circle forward options. You have your regular pokes with down 2, down back 3, etc., etc., etc. Because you're too focused on jabs and back 1 or something, right? You're not seeing what's in front of you. You're not seeing an opponent who's just not ducking, not blocking, or they're not low blocking, etc., 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 right? You should be throwing them. You should be doing lows on them, right? This one hop kick that costed this round or whatever came after four other rounds of they were literally doing nothing, right? This score would have been an easy 3-0 or 3-2 or 3-1 at worst if in the very first round, where for some reason your offense was just focused on jabs and down forward 1, you just did start doing down 2, right? You start throwing them. You start giving them reasons to just kind of be like, all right, if you're just going to keep stand blocking, you're going to die, right? Other aspects of neutral. Weird hesitation in certain areas. I think it's just a lack of match familiarity, which is fine. That's whatever. Just got to be more aggressive with the pokes and varying up your offense. That's really the crux of the issue here. Normally I'm telling people like not to throw out everything at the kitchen sink, but for here you really need to vary up that offense, and that's one of Feng's core strengths, is that he has a variety of methods to attack the opponent, and they're all pretty solid. Punishment slash matchup knowledge. Watch a Lidia punishment video. There's a lot of like punishable stuff that you could be getting a lot more damage on, right? A jab is like what, 10 damage, 7 damage or something. Shoulder is what, 30 now because it got damage buff. 7 damage versus a whopping 33 damage, right? It's a crazy good punisher. And Feng's 10-frame punishes aren't that bad either. Normally I would say like, oh, you know, you really gotta have a good 10-frame punish because Lydia has a lot of like wacky shit where she's only like -10. It's kind of annoying, or -11. But Feng's got decent 10 frames, and more importantly, his 13 frame is solid, and she's doing a lot of stuff that leaves her at -13 or worse, right? So just tightening up those punishes. As far as like what Lydia specific stuff goes, I feel like first you got to work on the punishes before you start worrying about what's the Lydia tech in the matchup, right? And then worry about the tech specific stuff later. Combos slash Oki. Numerous drops, right? Numerous drops, weird combo routes. I'm not sure what's going on there, and it's not even like you're getting crazy Oki off of it, like you're ending in shoulder, when it's like you have much better options. You don't need to start doing dash jabs or anything like that, but you need to start really changing up how you are approaching your combo routes, right? Tightening up those combo routes to really maximize on damage and Oki potential. Oki was fine. There wasn't really that much opportunity for it. I think that can be another time. Personal opinion stuff. Options that I think are neat, but your mileage may vary, right? You need to be utilizing a lot more pokes. Down back 3, down 2, down back 2-2 because this opponent refused to block low, right? And that's sparse. But just varying up. Sidestep 2, core circle forward 1+2. Keep using core circle forward 1. If they're not blocking low and they're just eating 20 damage every single time, abuse it, right? Abuse it. What are you worried about if the opponent who's been stand blocking for the last 2 minutes continues to stand block, right? Start using throws. Start making them more aware of your options, right? So they can start doing mistakes, so they can start trying to lash out, and then your counter hit stuff will actually lead anything. If the opponent refuses to press buttons, back one is never going to do anything, right? Your sabakis are never going to do anything. But if you give them reasons to press buttons because you're using throws, you're using lows, etc., 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 then you can start, actually implementing frame traps. Yeah, not much really else to add here. I think it's pretty straightforward that you just need to tighten up your gameplay here and there. There's not really anything crazy matchup specific that I can really bring up or that really applies. Look, at the end of the day, and I feel like I was a bit too antsy or anxious this video. I'm not trying to flame you, right? I'm not here to be like, how dare you play this game? I'm simply saying, bro, there are so many ways that you could be capitalizing your advantage. You could be capitalizing on your advantage here, but you're not doing it, right? And it's really just about tightening up that play that'll help bring you to the next level, especially when this Lidia was clearly on tilt or something and just was not doing anything for a cool minute, right? So experimenting with your offense, tightening up your punishment, tightening up your combos can really help elevate your gameplay. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. At the end of the day, all this is just my 2 cents, man. Stay safe, take care.